So hi everyone, myself Nishan, and today me and my teammates, which is Ashu Pratham, are going to present you our platform known as BlockJunction. So rather than discussing what is BlockJunction, first we have to analyze why we need BlockJunction. As you can see, in today's DEX platform, the liquidity is fragmented. As you can see, for different blockchains like ETH, Solana, you get different sets of liquidity pools. There is a high fees and block adoption. Like Ethereum L1 gas fees is around $50 to $100 per swap. You can imagine if a person is doing a transaction for $100, his 50% of the transaction cost is being used as a gas fees. Current Pages uses wrap tokens, and the current DEX platform rely on Pages and wrap tokens, which acts as a pivotal point for hacking, and they lose trust, and that's why the general traders lose trust in this DEX platform. Let's jump on the impact on the market. So you can see there's a user trust loss, like active DeFi wallets fell from $6.6 million to $4.4 million, which is huge. There's also a gas cost barrier. You can see the ETH has peaked to $50 per swap. Unpredictable. These fees can have a high arbitrage, which lead to a huge slippage. Hidden costs. Slippage and fragmented liquidity eat into user returns, as I have discussed. And liquidity drain too. High costs push liquidity providers out of low profit pools, worsening slippage and debt. Revenue compression. Even with what growth I have provided you, like DeFi protocols, revenue still not having growth as a good rate. Let's jump into looking what is their existing place present in the market. Yes, they are present, but they lack this crucial point, like they rely on bridges and wrap tokens, which I have discussed. They rely on custodian multi-signet wallets that have been hacked for $2 billion. They rely on real to roll-ups, lower ETH gas fees, but fragmented liquidity, further forcing users to build asset in and out with addition fees and delays. Cross-chain DEX, they're still dependent on liquidity pools per chain, and also aggregated DEXs like 1inch and Paraswap aggregate routes within the chain but don't unify liquidity across chains. Like from Ethereum blockchains, they have liquidity, but for Ethereum to Solana swap, like I'm swapping blockchain cryptocurrency from Ethereum to Solana, they lack their liquidity pool. How BlockJunction solve this problem? So I've discussed about BlockJunction. It is a liquidity aggregator that connect major blockchains like Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, and Arbitrum, etc. It is low cost execution and uses chain key cryptography, which is a major advantage of ICP blockchain. What problem is solved? Liquidity fragment. I've discussed what cutting transaction costs. Basically, if we do swap on our platform, the transaction cost is reduced by 90% without using wrap tokens or bit risk. I have discussed there are 3 features which I have discussed. Let's jump one by one. So how it is solves liquidity hub problem? So our platform is using liquidity aggregation. Means rather than scattering liquidity pools to different blockchains, we have created a single liquidity pool for multiple blockchains. As you can see, it's creating $10 million liquidity of price chain. It behaves as a unified $50 million pool. Deeper order books and better pricing. On smaller chain, trade office loses 5 to 10% slippage due to thin liquidity. By merging pools, we have achieved a good less near zero slippage. As you can see, swapping $100 USD in Solana given near zero slippage. Efficient unified market access instead of juggling multiple signature wallets. Basically, if you juggle between Pansky, Uniswap, Sushi Swap for best rate, rather than that, we have created a platform which will give you a better rate. How BlockJunction to solve this low cost execution problem? We have optimized our routing with using AML techniques. Like we have stacked multiple hubs that rather than most DEX platform stack multiple hubs to increase gas fees. While with BlockJunction, we have routed you the best path so that you get the best swap rate. For example, 1000 USDC, if you swap with ETH on Uniswap, that costs you $20. but it may be reduced to 5 less than $5 with optimized routing. We are talking about the cost, the transaction cost, not the swap rate. So now leverage low change fee without sacrificing liquidity. So the main advantage of low cost execution is to maintain a balance of liquidity on our platform. Or so batching comparison transaction, instead of doing doing one swap, one transaction per swap, we create a batches of transaction which contains multiple swap, like typically three transaction blockchain. Typical platform take 3 transaction, blockchain compresses it into one execution, lowering cost up to 70%. How it is achieved? Free cost chain swap. So unified liquidity layer across chain entails, so where we have discussed, instead of forcing user to lock SMTSK bridge contract, BlockJunction connects liquidity pools across chain. Relayer per messaging protocol, no asset locking, rather than locking assets of user to our platform, which create a pivotal point for hacking. We provide users with their original tokens in their wallets, and also does not involve any bridge to process the transaction. Here we have discussed traditional bitmap tokens, which lose security over time and confuse user. BlockJunction executes swaps natively. If a swap was sold, you get native sold, or not a synthetic version. Thank you.